Uh, okay, today I will try to implement the rest of the animations for the character. Let's see what it looks like currently in game. So basically there is no idle animations at the moment, and there is an animation of an attack where the character is throwing the projectile, but we need to add some more, namely the okay, so we have two attack animations and death, hurt, idle, and walk. We currently don't need the walking animation because it never gets triggered. Okay, so we want where is this stuff? Units, okay. Yep, it doesn't exist at the moment. Okay, so this means that we don't really need the walking animation. We can skip the second attack animation, and we can focus on idling, hurt, and death animations. So this thing we will not use. Let's see if it gets used even, and then we can disable it. Just to be sure. So attack 1 never gets used. We only have attack 2. So if I disable this thing and I disable this thing, it shouldn't break anything. Okay, let's see. Yep. So this is fine. This means that, okay, so last time we finished this part and then it kind of ends in the idle position. So I'm thinking, and it spans 17 frames. So I'm guessing like a little bobbing would suffice. And for that, we're going to run it through the AI interpolator, which means that I would need... I can really get away with just one additional keyframe. We can just do that. Let's see. maybe a bit lower. I want it to be somewhere from here. Oh, let's disable pressure. We don't need pressure. Maybe 2. Or maybe 1. And we bump the hardness a bit. Okay, this looks good. Maybe it would be funny if the knees kind of bend a little bit. Let's do it this way. Okay, and this hand goes a bit forward and this goes a bit here. Like so. And then we have something like this, and let's copy this frame. So we going to be end up with something like this. This is looks good enough. Oh. Okay. Can I adjust this somehow? Fill depth. Maybe I should open it up. No. Okay, this is not very good. I guess it's because it's a raster level. And not raster tunes level, which this program is kind of differentiating between. Would it be too crappy if I just try and or maybe oh no, all is good. It was just transparent. apparently. Okay, well, you live, you learn. Okay, now what I would like to do is to export, yeah, let's render this out, and we will see. So the last, we need the last 3 frames. Yes. And now we're going to run it through the AI interpolator. And to do that, let me keep this open and make a new tab. We need this. Maybe I can just keep it here. It kind of makes more sense. Okay, then we delete this. We put these things here, and now we would need to rename. Okay. Okay, cool. And let's start our environment. And we want to go here. And here we are going to, let's see what the script was named. If I go here and open up the README, this one. Okay, exp2 img input, this should be fine. Okay, let's see the result. And can I duplicate the tab? No. Okay, so this is going to be input, and this is going to be output. Okay, that's way too much. I forgot to delete. Let's run it again. Oh, this is so good. Okay. Now we are going to put these things. Oh, okay. So in order to import this, we need to rename them by prepending prefix. Idle. Like so. And then numbering. Does it really matter? Let's see. It starts from 17 and goes up until 19. Oh no, I renamed the wrong thing. Way too many folders. We need to do this. Prefix. Yes. Okay. Now we can check in the browser if it's what we need. Oh. Go here, out, yes. So because the number of frames here is 9 and it doesn't show all of the different files, it means it recognizes it as a level. So we can go back, put this here, and now we can just drag this thing. Can we? Oh, here. Okay, this is weird. It used to work. Maybe I can do this. Okay. How can I drag this? Control. Okay. So now we have this thing. Oh, maybe I can actually put this here, so then it renders it like on top of each other. And then we remove this frame. I don't need these 2 frames. Okay. Okay, now the reason this thing gets the outline is, I guess, because this input is not plugged in to this post pipeline. So one thing that can be done is, let's see how to combine open tunes, combine schematics, combine levels. Is this even called a level? Yeah, level settings. Okay. It's kind of frustrating that I can't just search for the different nodes here. Let's see, distort gradient, maybe layer blending. What if I blend them together here? And then I use this here and I use this here. There, if it would work. Oh no, I know what happened. Oh well, this sucks. So the thing is, when I rendered out the initial frames, I kind of rendered them out with this whole like outline pipeline being enabled. So that's the problem. Let's see if this is kind enough to give me. Yeah, okay, it is kind enough. Okay, let's try to do this whole thing again. This is very frustrating. Okay, we have the. Let's double check. Yeah, exactly. So there is this white outline here that got rendered. That's not what we want. So now we are going to basically ignore this entire flow and just plug it into the output. And now we can render. It's also a bit counterintuitive because for some reason, like at least I didn't manage to figure out how to turn off the white background instead of the transparent within the preview window. Okay, so we have this things now. We only need the last three ones. Okay, let's try and go fast. So this is the rife input. We need numbers here. We go to the input. We remove this, leave just the numbers. Yes. Okay, and then we go here. We run the interpolation. Okay. Then in the output, double check. Yeah. Then in the output, we rename this thing. So we go to output and then add a prefix. Okay. No, don't show. And then we can go to OpenTunes and import this stuff. And we do the import as new level. No, wrong. Load level. And then we do this. Yes. Overwrite. Okay. Okay. This too we don't need. Yeah. Well, this looks clean enough. Now, next thing is the next animation is the death animation, but death animation doesn't loop back, so maybe it's better to make hurt animation first before we go further. So how would this look like? The keyframe that I want is probably something like because it usually gets attacked from the front, right? So it means it should kind of spring backwards a bit. Oh, okay, I know. We hide this one and then we go here. And I imagine it would be to make 2 frames. So here kinda maybe grabs its tummy. Then something like this. Then it looks down. So it would be like this. And then maybe we want something like this. Okay. And then let's do this frame while we're here. So then it will probably slowly reaching towards the tummy. Maybe like this. And then basically like the cheapest thing is just to reverse. Let's do this. Did I? So, and then this one. Maybe I want to add an additional one here. Okay. Let's fill it in. Here we go. Okay. So now we are going to go from 16th frame. Okay. Same thing. This is outputs. We don't want the outputs like this. So it goes 20 to 26, right? So we need the 17 to 22 inclusive. So we want these ones. And then this one's going to the input. We rename the input. Like so. Then we run rife. And why is it so much? Okay. Seems good enough. Now we need to rename it again. And it's going to be hurt. And we are going to load new level. Use this. And this thing starts here. And we remove these frames. Okay, this is idling and this is hurting. Now, probably need to clean up some of this stuff. Gets a bit confused. Oh, I can use numbers to switch between the colors. That's very handy. And we need the death animation. So for the death animation, I think I want the character to kind of collapse, and I want to leave the head on the floor. Let's see how this entire thing looks. It's good enough. And now death. Okay, so the maybe in the end the head should be here. Would it be funny to have this? Okay. So because after the character dies, I wanted to kind of lay on the ground. Is it too gory if I just... No, this is ridiculous. Okay, let's think in terms of the curves. Probably this should be here. This should be here. Like this, and then well, I can't really stick the, or can I? Well, I think this is fine. Now, the question is, how do we get here? Okay, so the body kind of rotates. Maybe it should fall forwards. So if I grab this whole thing and then move it a bit here. Yeah, this makes sense. And then this thing kind of gets here. And now Should be a bit higher up. Yep. Okay, now these two frames go here. And this comes here. So I'm not sure if this is a good amount of frames, but we can check. Save. Okay. So now let's run this through the AI again and generate some additional frames. So we're starting at frame 16 and then we go 4 frames. So 16 to 19 inclusive. And these are these frames. Okay. See if this is what we need. Wait, which frame is this? Okay. Okay. So 16 is the pose. No, I think I messed up. It should be. I think this is a bit confusing. 16, 17, 9. Okay. By the way, I should let's fill this thing in. Oops. Okay. One more time, render out. And then let's grab the results. 16. Okay, so I think it's off by 1. It's 17, 18, 19, and 20. Yeah. So we grab this once and then to pass it on to Rife, we would have to rename. Let's do that. Okay. Now, clean this up. Let's see. Can I make this transparent, by the way? Opacity. Ah, neat. almost like a real operating system. But then no, I can't see the what? Oh no, I thought I couldn't see the font. Okay, this is good. Let's see what it looks like. So there is no momentum, and that's fine. That's fine. We can fix that. Let's do the ritual of renaming. Then this is death. Okay. Way too many frames. Clean this up. Okay. I kind of want to add a bouncing movement. Fill it with color. And I kind of want to so the last 4 frames I want to re-render them and pass them through interpolation again. Okay. What's happening? Do I have more? No. This is a bit confusing. Oh, okay, I see. Probably because these are hidden, so it doesn't render them and jumps onto the next ones. Is that what's happening? If I render like this? No. Okay. Let's remove everything and render again. Oh, maybe something is wrong here. Oh, okay, I'm so dumb. So this thing would have to come and so we need to do over, I suppose. Layer blending over, and then we plug these things in. Okay. Now we should be able to render it. Yeah. And I want to do interpolation between '53 and on. Take this ones. Okay. Okay, so we don't need this ones. Gonna take this and put it here. Okay. This is duped. Let's clean this up. Fix 7, 8. So I need to fix 2 frames. Let's say these ones are still okay. Mm-hmm. Too much. Okay. Okay. Maybe I can do a bit more work on the left leg when it transitions. So here, this is way too fast. It should be tiny bit towards the front. Oh, probably. And then also here. Okay. Now I think this is mostly ready. I can turn on the filter and I guess render everything, and then we can cut it up into a sprite sheet. No, don't die. Okay. Okay, it crashed. Maybe I should make backups. Okay. Okay. So the good thing is no work has been lost. Bad news is that the layout is screwed. We can fix that. Pick this here. This one. Okay. Now we need to render this whole thing out. I hope it doesn't crash again. Okay, it crashes. Well, then that sucks. I mean, I can render it out partially. And the layout is screwed. I'm not sure how to save the layout. Should have been saved, I kind of assumed. That's fine. Let's do the following. Let me do this. Or maybe it's crashing because... Okay, I think I know, because I had the images open in the viewer. And what I am going to do, since I'm afraid now, I'm going to make a copy of this folder. And then I can try an attempt to render again. No, okay, still crashes. And it produces all the frames and then crashes. Okay, so it produced all the frames and then it crashed. Oh, that's fine, I can live with that. Okay. I was kind of not expecting this to be so unstable. Weird stuff. Okay. Anyway, we save this out and then we bring everything into texture packer. Okay. To choose data format, we need Pixie. We want to extrude it, and then we want to force squared. Let's set up the data file where we want to publish. Now I moved the project into WSL to kind of work through the Linux subsystem, and sometimes some software has issues with that. Let's see if this works. So this would go into ranged. Didn't we have ranged in the last stream? Right, characters, and then we have textures characters. Okay, so this thing goes into textures characters. Yes, and now we publish. Okay, great. Let's see the style sheet. Okay, we have this thing now. Now we need to just go through the animations and assign them. Let's see. So this thing is called character ranged. Okay, so we really don't want the dots. And we don't want multiple zeros. Okay. And we don't want double zeros as well. Okay. And we don't want the dot. Okay. And now, we just need to make sure we are slicing in the right way. Let's see. So this thing goes 1 to 17. So the attack 1 to 17. One to 17. Okay, and then this one is idle. It's 18 and 26. Then we have hurt 27, 47. And we have death, which is 48 to 69. Okay. I wonder if anything works. Let's see. Okay, now that's a relief. Now this little body is idling, and it looks cool as hell. Okay, now it throws some shit. Okay, so this is great. The reason it looks kind of bumpy is because inside of the unit component, the actions and the behaviors take certain amount of frames, and those need to be synced in code. So that's what should be done. Let's see what this looks like when they get hurt. How can I need to turn the thing back on. Okay, I'm gonna close the texture packer. Gonna close all the unnecessary crap. Let's see. I'm gonna close this. Now we remove this part. In this part, I want to rename this to attack. And in here, attack 2, we are going to rename it to attack. Let's see if this works. Yes. Now, let's see the sequencer logic. Where do we count frames? So it's just two things. The hurting animation emits a sound, and so the hurt animation, it spans 8 frames. So we need to do some counting here. The hurt animation, where is our hurt animation? Okay, so hurting, it spans exactly 20 frames. So let's see if this would be enough, or would we need some padding. And then we have the attack animation, which is 17 frames, which is 17 frames in total here as well. And we need to know when exactly we are emitting the projectile. I guess I would need to open the OpenToons again. Count the frames. Because I don't... Yeah, well, I mean, I have the individual icons. It's just going to be easier here. So I would say it should be around 9th frame. Three, so then this should be 6. Or no. This callback is firing 3 frames in. And then this, okay, let's see how this works. Dude. Yeah. Okay, there is a small jump. Still a small jump. Why is this happening? Okay. I think this is entirely my mistake. Let's elevate this to 8 frames. Wait, this is kind of annoying. So I want level grasslands, and then I want to store this thing in the inventory so I have it for testing. Store one more. Okay. And let's remove the level fast forwarding. Okay. I still get it. Let's see. Switch attack. I think this is suspicious. If I go to it almost feels like the frames are not in correct order. What we can do, I wonder if I change the okay, the timer does not affect the animation time, so it won't be very trivial to test. Okay. Okay, let me see what happens when it gets hurt. Maybe there's some clues. Dude, don't kill them that fast. Come on. Okay, this thing. Hmm. So we repeat the attack sequence. When the sequence starts, it goes to the attack animation, and then it lasts 3 frames. After that, it fires the projectile, and then waits for 4 frames, which makes 7 frames. And then it switches to idle. If I'm not mistaken, I think it works the other way. I don't even remember. How does sequencer work? Okay, what did I do here? Okay, so sequence events. We get the timestamp. If previous tick so it should work the other way. Let's maybe do some shuffling. Okay. So this thing works. It's just the attack animation. Hurt animation works fine as well. So it's the switch to idle that causes issues. Let's disable this part. No, don't give me the trees. We should start in the hub. That would be actually the best place to test this. Mm-hmm. Okay. So basically this frame is fine, which this makes 14 frames. Okay, so this is what I am going to do. We are going to do go to and stop. Okay. This is frame number 10. Let's see. And it is correct. Let's see frame number 11. Something somewhere is off, and I'm not sure why. This is correct. Well, okay. Okay, let's check in the output. Maybe there's some answers. It's going to be in the output here. So this is correct as well. Maybe I'm being too picky. Let's see again what's happening in the code. Seems like, okay, so this is going to be executed after this thing. Duration. Callback, yeah. So first 3 frames passes. They pass, and then this gets executed. And then, so basically this is where the animation starts. And then 6 frames in, we throw. So we throw, and this is not correct. We should put 10 here. And then after that, so like it should be 13 because it's 10 plus 3. And then after that, oh no, this is correct. And then this is duration 7. My brain is fried. No, like it clearly doesn't work properly. What if I, okay, what if I remove this thing? What happens? Okay, there is still a hiccup. What if I remove this? So this is weird. Because I'm not even like touching the frames. It's just playing the animation and then it fucks up doing that. Oh, I see. So it's because it repeats the sequence. So if I do this, and then I can turn these things off. No. Okay. This is very off. Okay. What if we scratch this? We don't do anything essentially here. And these ones are not going to trigger. And also, so this means that it won't be attacking. And it's just playing the idle animation. Now, what I'm going to do is get to the sprite generation. And then here I'm going to pick this animation to see how it's... Yeah, okay, so the issue is not in the sequencer. The issue is here. I think we need to debug this function because it doesn't work properly, I think. The first 2 frames, 3 frames. You know, I think there is a simple stupid like typo somewhere, like a naming convention issue. Okay, 7 frames. 8 frames. 9 frames. 10 frames. Okay, 12. Okay, so here it starts to do some weird stuff. Okay, the 13 frame. 12, 13. There is no issue here. I don't know why it's jumping. Okay, let's see this function. Extract name and then sequence from start to end, and we supply start and end map. Let's console this. Okay, one. Oh. No. No. Wait. Every time this thing is created, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, and 13. But then it doesn't work correctly. What is the 13th frame? What if I do this? Can I do this? This is the 13th frame. What is this 13th frame here? This is not the correct one. This is absolutely not the 13th frame. Instead, it shows frame number 9. This is the issue. But at the same time, the frame number 13 here is correct. So maybe the issue comes from texture packer. What if it's this? Let's try to repack this again. Okay. Let's see, number 9. It is correct. Number 13 is correct. Okay. What I'm going to do, let's do the renaming before we import this thing. Okay, graphics outputs, and then we replace the dots with this thing, and then we want to make sure these are sorted alphabetically. And then we're going to remove this, and then add a number. Let's start with 0. And do this so that it's all fair and square. Okay, now we rename. And we are going to use this now for the texture packing. Okay, so frame number 8 now, this is correct, and frame number 12 is correct. The data file is this one, yes, and then we publish spreadsheet. Okay, so like it should be right. Now this is going to be character ranged 47, 68, because it now starts from 0, 25. This is going to be to 16. And now it's working. Okay, so I guess it was my mistake, because I probably renamed something in a weird way. But now this is working, which is very good. Let's see how they behave in the battle. Oh, I need to turn on all of the logic. I also need to make sure the logic is properly timed. Let's see. We're going to check the attack. Okay, so it does the attack. Okay. Okay. So this looks correct. The only thing is, maybe I should start the attack a bit earlier. So this would be 8 and this would be 9. No? Okay, I see. It's because in the beginning it's starting with the attack animation and we want idle. It's idle, attack, idle, beautiful. When we are firing the projectile, so I guess the first thing, like probably tomorrow, I will animate the projectile, which is going to be trivial, and then we can make sure that it spawns like at the correct position. But now we can try and see if this thing actually fights properly. Let's see. Maybe I can up the level, the difficulty, to get bigger enemies, and maybe the difficulty like 40. It's gonna be pretty tough. Let's see. Come on, buddy. Oh, I don't have enough space. Okay. Okay, it's hurting. Okay. Well, I would say this is good enough. Some particles could help fix some problems. Yeah, let me close this things up. I don't need this. Dude, what the hell is going on? Okay, bye-bye. And this thing we need to save. Should probably commit this now just to have a backup. We fixed this thing, we fixed excuse me, we fixed that as well. Let's see. Yep. We don't need this. We don't need this. And that's it for today, I guess. Too exhausted, but see you guys next time.